Today I'm going to take you around this. Very excited to show you for the first time the new BurgerTime arcade cabinet from Numskull. This is a quarter scale arcade, which you can probably see in relation to some things around it. We've got a room lock over here. We've got an old 80s style stereo, which is very apt for this type of product because this is obviously a retro nostalgia kickback, and BurgerTime is one of the very early 1980s arcade games that stuck in my mind and hopefully in yours too. So in this video what we're going to do, we're sort of doing it already now, give you a bit of a show round of the cabinet itself, and that's going to be every single detail that you can expect because this has got some nice little features that I'll get into. I'm also going to show you the packaging, but I'm going to do the actual machine first. I'm going to do the packaging next. I'm going to switch things around a little bit today, and then to give you a little bit of history, not too much to bore you to death, and then I'm going to do some gameplay and show you how I play it very badly, but it's a very enjoyable game, fun game. I think fun is the order of today. So let's get into BurgerTime from Numskull Quarter Arcades and show you more of this very impressive looking cab. It's absolutely gorgeous, the colour, and it stands out very much from the other machines, and I'm going to show you it now very much close up. Okay, right, let's get into the machine itself. So here's the box. I'm going to take that away, if you don't mind, just for now. So let's just move that to the side, and let's just come down a little bit now, show you the actual arcade machine. It's absolutely gorgeous. From the front, it's got quite a different look from the front to the side, this game, because if you like, the coin door area is in black, and it's very distinct from the side, which we'll get into in a sec. But the characters here, you can see him emblazoned on the front, and it's Peter Pepper. So Peter Pepper is the main protagonist of BurgerTime, and these guys here, I'm afraid they're not his friends. They are his enemies. They are Mr. Hot Dogs, and they will wreak havoc during the game, as we will see, especially when I'm playing it as well. As we move up to the side of the machine, in fact the front of the machine to the side, you can see a nice graphic here. Now, important to say at this stage that Numskull Quarter Arcades, the team there, they spend a huge amount of time and effort, but also with the community, and there's a big community on Facebook. They actually got a very good Twitter account as well, and I'll put all the links to that below. But they do a lot of prototyping to get the detail of these machines right. So there might be things that in the first prototype they change or alter to the final version, and all these little details evoke the original and are very important, especially to collectors, but I think just people generally, because you want to have it so when you line this up against the real deal, it's just like it. So nice little graphic here, and you got the pickle, you got Peter Pepper again, and all the kind of characters within the game. So let's just get into the colours are very, very rich. You can see there, you got a lovely sort of blue and white effect there, quite an 80s style. I think I had a few shirts like that from Lacoste. The blue and white are very popular, and it's just very bright and happy, and yeah, fun sort of looking game really. Let's just move that around. I'm going to come up to the marquee here because it really is a lovely looking marquee. Again, it's just very bright. You can see there, I'll just move the camera in very, very close. Hopefully that will stay in focus. And again, you can see Peter Pepper there running along with his burger. That's quite a nice looking burger, I have to say. I had a burger last night that looked a bit like that, and it was rather tasty, and that looks pretty tasty too, that one above the typography. It's a great typeface. BurgerTime, all kind of one word there, and there he is, Mr. Hot Dog. He's never going to leave you alone, and these baddies do not leave you alone, trust me. This is it's quite a challenging game, which you will see. And let's move down the camera. Now I'm going to do the, I saved it to video, so I am going to find a corner because I don't think I've taken the seal off from Let's have a look. Oh, no, here it comes. So I know you like this sort of bit. Here we go. Let's take that off. Very satisfying. So there is again Peter Pepper. You've got the instructions, and unlike some other, you know, companies or people that do these replica things, you can actually read the instructions. Okay, even I can read them. I have got glasses on. Take the glasses off. Yeah. Well, I can't read anything, but I can read that easily. It's quite important because let's just move out. Let's move the camera. You can see that really well, and that, I know it sounds like a minor detail, but it just isn't. It's so annoying if you see that kind of typography and it's just a haze of illegible text, and it isn't. You can read it really well. So on one side you've got the instructions, as I say, just like the original, and on the other side you've got the plain hints. And again, all the graphics from the original. So you've got the actual buns, and you got the burgers themselves. You got Peter Pepper. You got all lettuce going on. Mr. Hot Dog. It's all going on. It's all going on with this. And then here, very important. Unfortunately, I have loads of these, but this is your pepper, and this is how you repel the bad guys. So very important. And you have one either side because it's a fast, furious frenzy of a game. This one. And then again, like the original, you've got the yellow player 1 and 2 buttons. Again, very important to have the colorways. And this one particularly, because so many cool colors going on with this game, as you can tell. It's just a menagerie of color, which is very good part of the 80s. And what else have we got here? The most important thing is the control. So it's a joystick control, and you can go up, down, left and right, and you can see it there. So that's the machine from the front. You can see there, so you can probably see just peeking out there the side. So like I say, black, orange, it's just stunning. I'm just gonna be silent for a moment. There's a few birds tweeting outside, but it really is, it absolutely blows my mind how well this color looks. And again, it's so different to many of the machines. They don't have this solid kind of shocking beautiful colour on the side, and they don't have this die cut. Now, just go in there close. This is really cool, and this is really cool. Again, these little details. So you can see this here again, this black bar above the marquee, just like the original, and then painted on the inside orange. So didn't go black, didn't go white, didn't take the easy cheap option, did it just like the original. And I'll just move that down so you can see that. Really, really nice finishing, and that very cool die cut. Now, if you're really into marquees and side art and arcade builds, this is the machine for you, because it's just so different to many of the others, and it's a must-have for me. I think this is probably one of my favourite quarter arcades so far, from the actual look of it. I love Space Invaders, don't get me wrong. I think that's a different type of thing for me, but this just is a standout machine. I'm really, really impressed by the way this looks finally. I saw lots of pictures of it before, etc., but actually having it here in my hands, I'm just, yeah, blown away. It really looks amazing. So well done to the guys at Numskull. Let's get around the back now. And again, that orange, it actually looks good from the back. I mean, who wants to see a machine from the back? Well, I do. This one does look good. So if you had it in the middle of your room, this does run off a battery, so you can literally have it charged, have it on and off. And if you had it in, say, the middle of the table, it would look cool, rather than just perhaps a black. It's just, again, this cool, very gorgeous orange. And there you can see, engineered by Numskull Designs, MN16. So that's the 16th machine, arcade machine in the lineup. Really sort of building up a nice collection there. Again, like I mentioned, there's people in the group have every single machine. They have all the accessories as well. You've got the stalls, the new fire extinguisher and radiator. They've got it all going on. So head to that community if you don't know it already, because it's more than just this one machine, Quarter Arcades. And it's not an advert, this. It's just, if you love this kind of thing, then these guys, they know everything to do with machines. They know the ins and outs, and they just have cool collections and lineups. So check them out. As I say, I've put a description in that. What else on the back? So we've got the air vents again, just like the original. Just take that close up. That looks really nice. And you can see the finishing on this machine. These are all hand built, and you can tell in the final sort of makeup of the machine. And then again, you've got these, there's actually 8 of these kind of air vents going on here, which is just, again, just like the detail original. And then to replicate the other arcades, you've got the same setup at the bottom, easy to use. You've got the power. I'm just going to turn that on in a sec because I want to show you the powering up. And then we've got the USB-C and then the volume as well. And then you get a button for power, which is green when it's sort of charged and red when it's on its last legs. So that's the machine itself. Let's just turn that back round again. It is very, very cool. So I'm going to keep the camera running and we're going to get the box in now. So I'm just going to move this to the side and then get the box in. So I'm not going to labour too much on the box because I want to get into the gameplay, but I do want to show you it against the actual cab. Let's just bring the camera around. So yeah, it's really, really nice. It's a collectible in itself. It's got the Quarter Arcades logo, BurgerTime logo. But it's all about machine fully emblazoned on the box. Let's put the, so you can see it there, just like the original. I haven't like mocked up some comp or like computer generated image, photographed the actual cabinet, which is really nice. So it looks smart and it gives you all the kind of detail of what's going on. Because this is 100% emulation from the original arcade ROM. This is not the NES version. This is the true arcade running on a bespoke emulator. And you've got all your buttons, as I've mentioned before, just like the original. Colours are important. The box tells you all about that. And then you get into the detail. So I will labour on this somewhat for people, especially if you're not familiar with Quarter Arcade. So it's an LED backlit banner. It's a 5-inch TFT screen, which is a 4.3 ratio, and obviously it's full colour. You've got all this high quality sticks, and it's got push buttons. The decals again are really high quality, all over the machine. A very important point, because they were going to change this from what it was. It is still wood. Hear that knocking? That's the real deal, guys. No plastic going on there, just like they had, especially in the early 80s. In fact, throughout the 80s, you had wood. This has the same thing. As mentioned on when I was doing the back, let's just bring it around again. It's a rocker switch, if anybody's interested. So that's the obviously the power there. And you get a cable with it. I haven't got the cable to show, but basically it's a USB-C cable. And it's very big and long, so you'll be able to stretch it out. So there's the detail, there's the machine. Come on, it's about time you saw how badly I play this. I can barely clear level 1 at the moment, but maybe we'll come back and see me when I'm improving. But main thing is having a bit of fun when you're playing it. It looks amazing, looks impressive. Now let's get back into the gameplay. Okay, I'll show you how you power this on. You simply do that. And then come round, and so it shows you first of all booting up screen. You get the Quarter Arcades logo just come in like this. So let's just move the camera in. We've got a reflection. And it takes a few seconds just to boot up. Now the marquee's lit up at this stage. You get the high scores come in, and you can see GYL. I'm in there, but I'm on the bottom. Gives you all the point scoring, which is really nice. And yeah, there's the protagonists and the enemies of the game, and there's the game itself. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to set the camera so you can see the gameplay. But you can see there, the colours are really rich. There's no issues at all. It's really smooth, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to play it. So let's just move the camera out and set that up. Okay, let's play away. I'm warning you, it's not going to be good. Oh my God. Should we start again? Here we go. God's sake. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to give it another go. Try and clear the screen at least. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I'm giving up. Oh no, got one more life. Oh, I thought I'd catch him there. I have no pepper. Help! Not gonna last long here. No pepper. Oh, wow. That's it, guys. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm not that brilliant at this, but I will improve. I have one excuse. I was bending my head around the side of the machine, so to try and play the game, I have to figure out a different angle for the camera. But yeah, that's BurgerTime for you. Just to give you a bit of info on the game, so it's Data East Arcade. It was launched in 1982. very popular in that golden era of gaming, obviously. And it was a huge success at the time because it's a very different type of game. The actual game idea came from the developer. He was working in a burger bar, if you like. In fact, it was like a cafe bar. He was making burgers, and anyway, this is something he did kind of prior, and then he got inspired to take this idea and put it into a game, and this was BurgerTime. And it evolved over, I guess, the development period, and you see what you see before you today because of that inspired burger flipping developer that made the game for Data East. And Data East obviously made a whole range of games, Bad Dudes, RoboCop, you name it, and I'm pretty excited to see Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja come to Quarter Arcades. They did a reveal recently, and BurgerTime is a great one to start with. So really impressed with the overall look, play of the game. Sorry about the gameplay, but we will improve, I'm sure. And thanks for watching this video.